Hello, and welcome to a brand new series of Codename Ocean Keeper. Well, if you've been a part of the channel for some time, you may have recognized this title. We covered this a couple of times as they did some updates through the early access, but the game is now fully released, now with a story mode and some many other wonderful improvements. So we're going to go ahead and try that out today. And so, yeah, if you're not familiar with this, it's a fun little roguelike. And yeah, it seems, well, I've enjoyed it in the downtime between videos, but either way, it's fully released, so let's go ahead and dive on in and see exactly what is in store for us. Where am I? Boss, you're alive. Wait, why? My systems aren't working. What's happening? Who are you? Scanning. Trying to identify. I don't remember anything. The data, almost all corrupted, but I don't know we're here on a mission. And what happened? Do you remember? My memory is damaged, but I know the main thing. I should protect the boss. Also, I have basic instructions in my systems. I can play them back. Yeah, I think that'll help me remember what happened. Activating the training file. Okay then, well, let's go ahead and see how that goes. Let's start with the basics. Alright, so standard controls, and now here is a cave. Fairly familiar if you've seen some of the others, but it now looks like we need to drill and pick up a couple of gems, and we will see what we can collect. Okay, so we need to collect a few things. We got to bring them back up to our robot, I guess, and we can go ahead and get back inside the mech. But you know what? I know they say let's go do the first upgrade. Oh, you know what? Alright. Tab. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we do. On the left, you can select a module to upgrade. Okay, in the middle, you can choose a specific module upgrade. Okay, and on the right, you can see the description of the selected. Okay. Purchasing. Alright, so we have eight of these basic ones. We've got some basic things for our machine gun and the I guess the spread reducer, that's not bad. We also have extra damage and rate of fire for our basic machine gun. And what do we want first? Well, I think the first thing we go for is maybe let's improve the spread reducer. Yeah, there we are. We'll go ahead and pick up that. And then we can close the window by pressing the back button. Yep. That is all good. And now we need to go ahead and get to the exit and enter the mech. So let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so find another cave to get more resources. Does look like we've got one just further up, so let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I like these little LiDAR little bits showing the terrain. But either way, let's go ahead and keep on diving in and have a look. Looks like you've found an ancient artifact. Okay, so we need to dig that up. Fair enough, fairly basic tutorial stuff, but still useful nonetheless. And you know what, just because we can, let's just go ahead and mine a few little blocks, and we'll bring that back to our craft. Okay, so we have found a new weapon. Choice between some artillery, an auto rocket gun, and an auto electro rifle. Slowing down enemies, some rockets for explosive support, and high impact shell that explodes doing damage. So both of these do damage fairly similarly, same amount of damage. Reload speed is a little bit quicker in one, and yeah, one shot per reload. I think then if that's the case, let's go ahead and take the auto rocket gun. I think that's probably going to be the better thing given the slightly reduced reload. And yeah, there we go. Relics contain chips and upgrades. Okay, use them to progress as far as you can. Understood. Alright, move to the cave and Exit. Okay, let's enter the mech. What do we have now? Okay, so looks like monsters are attacking. Got a couple of seconds before that, and keep an eye on the timer. Alright, so we'll make our way towards the next... Ooh, okay. We'll keep an eye on the next cave. But we'll keep some decent accuracy there. Yep, alright. And now let's go ahead and continue exploring. There we go. Okay, now we can dive on down. That should be good. So, does look like we just have a fairly standard drill. That is probably all we can deal with for now. So either way, let's go ahead and see what we can get a hold of. Alright, we'll quickly drop these back at the at our mech. And now, oh, okay, we also now have some upgrades for ourselves. Carry capacity, speed boost, drill force. Our mech also has things like health and speed. And then the machine gun, yep, just some more bonuses there. And then the auto rocket gun also has the amount of force, radius, and reload time. Okay, so we've got 3 basic minerals, I suppose they are. And that is going to keep on adding on up as we go through more. But either way, let's go ahead and start with a little bit of an extra drill upgrade. Yeah, that is all we can afford. But let's just go down and see if we can quickly get some more resources before things get too crazy. Alright, so we'll go ahead and collect all of those. Still have 30 odd seconds. That should be enough for one more upgrade. Let's go with... We need a lot of these green ones to upgrade our drilling ability. Let's see. Speed boost. Or maybe we go ahead and we just boost up our rate of fire. Yeah, let's go with the rate of fire for now. Let's go ahead and kick that up a gear and make our way through the enemies a little bit sooner. Alright, let's just also double check that we didn't miss anything near the entrance. Obviously, this is typically where the weaker materials, the weaker rock would be held. But I guess that will just have to do. Alright, and so, back we go. Let's jump in our mech and see how things progress. Now, this is a roguelike, so we are definitely going to end up getting taken down at some point. There should be meta currency and all of that in case you haven't seen any of the earlier videos. But I think... Oh, actually, you know what? That was surprisingly better than I thought. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to check out that same mine. Yes, so I'm not sure how long we're going to be here for, but hopefully we can put up a decent fight and unlock some pretty decent early progress. Alright, so we've got both of those. Let's see if we can find... You know what? That should probably be enough for now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're definitely slowing down as we're carrying a little bit too much. But you know what, for now I think that should be fine. We can now get some extra drill force, rapid fire, or reload speed for different weapons. I think we'll go with drill force. That's one of the more expensive things right now, so we'll go ahead and we'll pick that up. That should hopefully mean we can make our way through some of these tiles. Yeah, there we go. That is so much better. Okay, that is very nice. That should be a very nice little boost to our mining capabilities. Alright, 15 seconds. I don't think we'll find much, if anything, but you know what? Every block does count towards our meta currency, I believe, in the top right-hand corner. So let's go ahead and start making our way towards the next mine. We'll go ahead and fight whichever enemies exist. Oh, and we even have enough for some upgrades, which we should take. Do we go for some extra basic damage as well? For now, I think what we'll do is... Let's boost our speed in the mines. I think that's probably not a bad plan. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and see what the enemies are doing. Yeah, they're definitely getting a bit stronger as time goes by. Maybe we should have put a couple of points. You know what? Yeah, we're going to we're going to go ahead and throw a couple of points into extra damage. I wasn't expecting to be victorious this time round, but we definitely needed a little bit more pep in our step with our guns. Oh, okay, what have we got here? Mech, take a look here. Something's blinking. Dear Diary, today they sent us home early again. Dad says because the ocean is sick. They showed huge machines being lowered into the water on TV. My teacher said they will help heal the planet. Yesterday I saw these strange lights in the ocean. Mum won't let me walk near the beach. She says the water has become dangerous. Jimmy from next door said his brother saw a glowing fish the size of a bus. I don't believe him, but... P.S. We're moving out tomorrow. Mum cries when she thinks I'm not looking. I hid my favourite doll. Maybe when everything gets better, I'll come back for her. Huh. Okay, so it sounds like there was some kind of impending doom. Clearly someone has put a little bit of work in the mine before, but that's our first, we'll go with basic, advanced, and superior minerals, so that is at least good to have. Let's see, is there anything else for us to collect down here? No, that is everything, so let's go ahead and head on out. We have 30 seconds before the next wave. Where was the next one? Okay, we've got another thing over here. I doubt we're going to get very far, but we'll have a look nonetheless. After all, every upgrade is a good upgrade to have. Even if there is, even if it doesn't provide us a huge amount of benefit right now, at least we'll have it. Let's go ahead and collect... Okay, so we've got the second upgrade to our mining drill force. We can't do this. We could go for some carry capacity. But we have 12 points. Could go for some health, could go for some speed. I think the machine gun may be something we upgrade. Better rotation, better rate of fire, or better damage. I think... that'd increase it by 33%. That's not bad. This is increasing by... What's that? Another 25%. Rotation speed could be helpful, but... You know what? We can probably afford a couple of things. We'll go ahead and we'll collect this one here, and then we'll see if we can pick up 2 more. And if that's the case, hopefully we can get 1 more upgrade before the very end. Okay, and it looks like we're running a little bit late. Back to our mech. Let's hope that we can do enough in time. Let's go to our machine gun and let's boost the rate of fire. No, let's go for damage. We saw that there was some enemies that are getting a bit more tanky, so we should probably... Oh boy. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to get too far. Alright, our mech has been destroyed. 12 minutes and 31 seconds for our expedition. 4 waves survived. Some decent mining. But let's see exactly where things continue with this. Alright, Digger, you've been out of contact for a while. How's the search for the artifact going? I'm still searching. I see your mech is pretty battered. Hold on, now I get it. The first dive didn't go well, did it? Something like that. Dives aren't always easy. I'll send you some meta currency. Should be enough for a couple of upgrades. I've also created a private hub just for you with everything you need for modifications. Think of it as an investment. Alright, you're generous. Just practical. A dead mercenary is of no use to me, so use my generosity wisely. Okay. Here we go, we're up and running. I guess we go ahead and... What have we got? Anything good? No, let's just go ahead and click the button. Okay, so this is the customization window. Alrighty-o. Here you can equip new upgrades for the mech and digger. Okay, upgrades can be purchased with meta currency. Very nice. So, purchase a slot for an automatic weapon. We can do that up here, and I suppose we should, since that's what they're asking us to do. We'll go ahead and buy. There are slots for automatic weapons. Yes, you can install them on your mech during a session. The more slots you want to lock, the more automatic weapons you can equip. Okay, this section contains the main weapon. Alrighty, so we've got our machine gun. You can equip one main weapon for the landing. Alright, so you're ready for the next mission? Press play. Okay, so I guess that's what they want us to do. However, we still have a few more currency up our sleeve. I do see that we have a rocket launcher that fires... yeah, that rapidly fires missiles, suppressing enemies and powerful explosive force. And then a giant shotgun as well. Fires a wide pellet spread at close range, delivering high burst damage to nearby targets. Okay, well, I suppose we'll go ahead and listen to our boss. I can only assume that he's our boss. And we'll go ahead and dive right on in, and we'll see what else we can collect for this run. Alright. So we're back to 0 meta currency. I would assume that that was what we collected was for the... Oop, see daisies? I will assume that was for the tutorial, but I guess this is going to be our first run. We'll go ahead and quickly drop that back up there. Okay. So there does seem to be a little bit of a little bit of a capture zone, a little bit like up in Dome Keeper. Once you get close enough to the dome, you can then collect whatever it is that you were working on. Alright, but either way, we've got 20 seconds left. This should be enough for a weapon upgrade. Some of these first runs are going to be fairly quick, I am sure. But we'll go ahead and pick up the drill force for now. And, you know, we'll see if we can make it through with the weapon damage that we've got in our current mech. Alright, and hopefully we can find some more goods hanging around, and if things aren't too dangerous early on, we might just be able to get a few more things to where we need them. Alright, so we've already got these guys attacking us, that's fine. Our accuracy isn't amazing, but it's good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and dive back down. We don't seem to be strong enough to be able to handle too much at this stage, so any progress that we've already made to potentially find more artifacts or resources should probably be taken advantage of. Let's see, anything else down here? Yeah, okay, we've got a little bit of... Okay, you know what? I think we're going to have to come back for all of that. That'll be fine. Alright, and can we cut through there? Yes, we can. Alright, that's not too bad. 30 seconds. It's not a huge amount of time, but every little bit counts. Let's go ahead and preemptively get an increase in damage. That should be good. Again, we don't really want to be taking damage if avoidable. And we know that these enemies are going to become quite a pain. But I think... yeah, if we can get 4 out of this, that should be enough for now. And that means... yeah, I think we've done pretty good on time. We'll be a little bit slow to the wave, but again, nothing too severe. That should take us up to 6, so that should also be another upgrade if we so desire. Let's go ahead and get this thing firing. Let's make sure none of these guys get too close, as they do seem to like to bite our mech. Yeah, I think we've got a good enough speed that that should be fine. We'll just go ahead and drop down over here instead. Oh, and we have more collectible, what do we call it? Finding things. Mech, let's scan it again. This could be important. Okay, day number 67. Reactor number 3 is showing abnormal readings. Instead of stabilizing the climate, its localized atmosphere is... whoops. My colleagues suggest boosting other reactors' power. I'm against it. It would throw the entire system out of balance. Day 89. Our worst fears have been confirmed. Now we have 5 independent climate impact points operating without coordination. Unnatural weather phenomena have appeared. The ocean is changing. Something unexplainable is happening to marine life. Day 114. They didn't listen. The reactors have created a self-sustaining system of climate anomalies. Now it's impossible to stop the process. Leaving these records in a hope that someone will find a way to fix what we have done. Okay, well, the plot thickens. We'll quickly go ahead and take everything that we can get. I wouldn't mind another one of those automatic weapons if we can find them. But for now, I think this is one of our best ways to pick up a little bit of currency. You know, we'll just do 3 runs. That is some of the advanced materials, so that is definitely worth getting if we can. Alright, and that should be good enough. I doubt there'll be anything else under here. But let's just go ahead and see what we can get our hands on. I guess this is going to be the closest one that's already somewhat open. I guess we'll make our way down there. Let's go ahead and boost up our mining. It's incredibly expensive, but I think this might be the best thing for us for a productive run. We know how hard it is for us to mine through some of these blocks, so any little benefit is going to be hugely crucial. Alright, and I guess that's all we have time for. Alright, time to man the guns, and I suppose we'll find another mine as we do so. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, let's just quickly handle these. We'll take a little bit of damage, but at least this means that we've now worked our way closer to... yeah, closer to another mine. I think we should have enough damage. Yeah, we'll just keep focusing there and that'll be good enough. Alright, okay, this is what we want. Many more minerals, not too far away from the surface. That is going to be very nice. Alright, so, let's make our way through there. We'll try and clear out the main point of entry. And then if we can... fingers crossed that we can find some sort of anomaly or relic. That would be ideal. Alright, well, it looks like we found a nice little pocket of resources here, so I guess we'll go ahead and collect all of those. This will take us to 10, maybe 11. It does look like we can impart momentum onto the bits and pieces that we find, onto the minerals that we find, so we could potentially drag some closer to the, what do we call it? The point of removal, whatever we want to call that. Point of collection. That should be fine. But you know what? I guess it's not going to make a huge impact at this point. Let's go ahead and get in our mech. Let's go ahead and get some upgrades. We definitely need more rate of fire, and I suppose some accuracy wouldn't go astray. We don't quite have enough for any of the level 2 upgrades. Other than that, maybe we go for... maybe we go for a speed boost. Yeah, let's go for a speed boost. That'll hopefully help us with what we have to deal with. Alright, wave 4. So this is where we died last time. We'll see if we can handle one side before the other. See if those... oh yeah, there's a few enemies that are a little bit tougher, it seems. If we can work our way through one flank, hopefully we can minimize the impact of their damage. But no, it is not to be. We need to work on our ship. So let's go ahead and check out the progression. We went out on another mission. How did it go? Well, so far we haven't found anything unusual. Just a bunch of monsters constantly trying to kill us. That's a shame. At least I have some information for you. I managed to detect something that looks very much like a structure from an ancient civilization. Strange energy waves are coming from it, so it would be good to find out what's there. Also, if my data is correct, you should find something like a vintage suitcase there. I needed to calculate the next set of coordinates. Okay, a suitcase? I got it. But I do have one question for you. An ancient civilization? Are you saying that it isn't just a deserted planet? Who knows? Maybe you'll find answers you're looking for if you head to the coordinates I just sent you. Okay, alright. Mech and I will head out as soon as possible. Excellent. I have something interesting for you. Let's meet at the hub. Okay, well, can we go ahead and upgrade, or have we still got another thing? Oh no, we have the skill window. Okay, so this has been part of, you can equip new upgrades for the mech and digger. Upgrades can be purchased with meta currency. Alright, so I'm guessing this is just like the final end of the tutorial. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up this bomb. That sounds rather good. A powerful explosive used to clear obstacles and debris in mining zones. That sounds remarkably helpful. Skills are activated by pressing a button, then they go on cooldown. Okay, so we've now got one skill. There's also some drones, but that's slightly out of our price range. We also have upgrades that we can apply. That should be very nice. Also looks like there's some other nice little bonuses that we are yet to gain access to, but that looks good. And then, okay, we also have some other methods of mining. From the drill, we also have a punch, a powerful mechanical arm that smashes through blocks, clearing the way forward, and a laser. Fires a laser that melts through blocks in a straight line, clearing a path ahead. That could be very interesting, and I do like the sound of that. As for our mech, I do believe we can now... Can we... Oh yeah, we've got some skills. So things like a missile launcher, laser cannon, shielding, a mine launcher, a turret deployer, and some acceleration. So those would be skills for our mech to help us survive a little further. I think at this point we might go for the shield. That sounds like it could be fairly good. Give us a little bit of extra survivability. And then... Then we just have the basic upgrades as well. Enemies indicator, health, speed boost. It looks like we can boost up our shield as well. Extra lives. Yeah, there's some potential here. Okay, so I think for now, we'll go ahead and let's go for some of our personal upgrades. I think drill force would be particularly beneficial here. That is something we definitely need more of. Same with some carry capacity, but it looks like we're slightly off. Alright, so is there anything that we can purchase for 140? I don't think we can. That would have been nice, but I don't... Yeah, okay. That's going to be it. So you know what? We'll call things here for today, and we'll do a double episode as it is the beginning of a new series. So an hour from when this was released, you will find a follow-up. So if you do want to see more of this Codename Ocean Keeper and the story of what has happened to this planet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.